Use. All right. Oh, we briefly had audio. Do we have audio now? All right. Oh, we briefly had audio. Do we have audio now? We do. All right. I'm going to mute the microphone. Yeah, it came. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Hello, Alice. Hello, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this pop-up debacle, as Doug would say. Not debacle, debacle. I was sitting here actually doing a few things, and I thought, you know what? I haven't done a live stream in at least 12 hours, so maybe 14. I don't know. I lost count. I mean, you guys can't see my face either, which I knew that. That's because part of this is I want to show you some of what I go through trying to get stuff set up. I appreciate anyone and everyone that's here. If you are here, put a chat and comment. It shows 3 people watching, which is probably going to be myself, AJ, Alice, and Tony Wallow. Good to see you, Tony, by the way. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. Now, I do have pop-out chat actually on the Daily Davinci Debacle thing. You're looking at OBS because I was wanting, I set up my DSLR camera. I like to refer to it as the 35 millimeter camera. And it's not what you're looking at right now. What you're looking at right now is the 22-inch monitor camera that's to my left. So I need to rename that yet again. And I need to put this as 22-inch left monitor camera. This is something I really need to get back into like I've ever done it. This is something I really need to do. I'm going to bring me over into here, and this is terrible, okay? Because this has got a filter on it, and it's horrible because I'm not positioned right. I'm sitting where I like to be sitting, but if I get more like this, then you can see me, and if I look to the camera, you can see me for sure. So I was going to record all this and then do the fancy little titles and uploads and this, that, and the other. But believe it or not, I really enjoy doing these things unrehearsed, unscripted, unplanned. I just like doing it this way. And I thought today I'd just put myself out there and show you a little bit of what I like to do. So, first things first, let's switch the camera source. This is the 22-inch left monitor camera. I'm going to turn that off right here by hitting the eyeball. And that camera goes away. And you can still see the red box, and that bugs me. So you just off-click, and that goes away. If you off-click again somewhere else, maybe that'll go away. I don't know. It bugs the heck. There we go. So now I'm going to go find another camera source. Well, I happen to know that this one down here is yet another camera source. I'm going to click on it, and it's active. But because it's so way down the screen, it's not showing anything. So I could really delete. I also happen to know it happens to be this one right here. I checked that out earlier. So we'll get rid of that. Then we'll go find another video capture device. We'll turn it on. And it too. So I've got 1, 2, 3 capture devices that are the same thing. Clearly, I don't need to have the same camera on 3 different. I don't need that. I need one. So if I turn this one off and turn this one back on, it's the same. Well, no, it's not the same camera, is it? This is the one to my left. I'm going to turn that off. I believe this one might be. Yes, this is the one directly in front of me. Okay, so this is going to be good. Now we're going to go in here and change this to, we're going to rename this to 43-inch oh, wow. Did I just end the stream? What in the heck happened? Holy cow. I think I ended the stream. I have no idea. I fat fingered something and everything. Okay, well, there's OBS back. Man, it looks like the stream might be back. I have no idea what my fat finger hit, but I hit something. So I'm going to go in here and rename this 43 inch. Get rid of that 43 inch monitor. And then I don't need to do this because it's the only 43 inch monitor I have. And we're going to put it front. And then we're going to turn it off. Then I'm going to go turn this one on. And I'm going to move this all the way to the top so that I can figure out what camera it is. I'm going to delete this source, by the way. I'm actually going to delete this. I just want to see what it is. So we're going to drag this all the way up and put it as the very top thing. And then we're going to turn off pop-out chat. We're going to turn off. I don't even think this is working. Let me know if the audio is still working. It should be. There is no Zoom homies because it's not there. So I know the display is this one. If I do that, so now this should be here, and it shows that it's active, but I don't see it. It's unlocked, and it's clearly there. The mic goes away. Okay, so this one's using the microphone. Okay, all right, I can live with that. But I want to see the camera. I want to see that it's active. Well, you guys can't see this because I'm not showing the screen. All right, so let me deactivate no audio. All right, let's go back to about chats. Not needed. Don't need that. Well, you know, live and unrestricted, it is what it is. There we go. Now at least OBS should be back. And let's bring up at least a camera. Hello, Rick. Rick Lakes joins us in chat. Good to see Rick. I am going to do a little experiment now that I have audio. Put a 1 in chat if you hear audio. Put a 2 in chat if you hear audio. Put a 3 in chat if you want me to learn the English language. So what I'm going to do is I noticed a while ago in my mixer right here, on this camera that I brought to the top thinking I could see what it was. I got a feeling I know what it is. I'm going to turn it off. If my voice goes away after I press this camera, this Source Daily Davinci camera, let me know in chat, please. This is not, I'm not following Doug Betts's, that must be that camera. Seriously, I am not following Doug Betts's show today. Although I do have some show notes for my show tonight from Doug's show today. Something I think. It's an Easter egg. Here we go. Count of 3, 2, 1. I turned off my audio, or what I think is the audio. If you can hear me, let me know. You know what? I can actually come over here and turn the audio on myself. You know what? I can actually come over here and turn. So that is not. That is not. I'm going to do a rap song. That's not the audio source. So thank you, Rick. Thank you, AJ. So I can actually delete because, and I see this now. So I'm going to delete this. Why am I going to delete it? Because I don't need 7 different doggone camera sources. I don't need Daily Davinci camera, especially when I go in there and it shows that it's active. And when I deactivate it, nothing happens. Both the cameras are still working. So I don't need it. Now, I might not do that. The Bronx 9. Hello, the Bronx 9. Good to see you. I'm actually going to go back into properties right here. And I'm going to come over here. And I want to see if this right here is actually working. This is the DSLR. I was corrected about 18 times last night on this after Zoom. I'm going to turn that on. and I heard a click. Now I'm going to turn it on. Oh my goodness. I'm going to turn this one off so it's not to be confused. And clearly the camera works. That is the DSLR. It's the 35. This is why I call it 35 millimeter camera. This is my 35 millimeter camera. And if I flip this around like this and I loosen one thing, you can see that this is my 35 millimeter camera. Now it's horrible right now, and I know it's horrible right now because you're looking at the Davinci Resolve in the background. So I need to turn that off so that it's not as confusing as it is. Well, that wasn't it. What the heck? There we go. Camera's out of focus. This is the camera right here. Now, thanks to Brian Lightfoot. Well, that's terrible. Why am I so dark? Oh, because it's got a filter on it. Now, this is something I need to figure out. I need to figure out, can I set a filter to each individual camera in OBS? And theoretically, I think I can. But this, if I were to take this off the tripod without causing a huge problem, this is actually my 35 millimeter, my DLSR camera. And you can see John Williams, out having lunch and I saw your twin. Yeah, I have a few doppelgangers in the world. There's the one studio light, there's the other studio light, green screen behind me, which is not going to show because I have it filtered out, and an extreme close-up of me. Now it's weird that the lighting is not working, so this is good. This is actually really good. This means this camera's functioning, and I've just got to do some research on lighting and setting it up. And then also, I clearly can't have it off to the side like I do right now. I do have a plan for using it. I'm just not sure what that plan is going to be just yet. So I'm going to leave it right there for right now. And then when I turn this back on, then that's going to get confusing because now you have the camera trying to blend into that, and that just looks like, well, you know, I'll turn that camera off, and then I will turn on the one camera that I just had on over there. Try to reposition myself. Again, it's all filtered out. You can see the green screen a little bit there. Cool. Send it to the Zoom email, John. And I don't know that I have email in here. Well, I actually do have email in here. There we go. But in order to see that, I'm going to need to once again turn off the display, and then maybe even turn off the camera, because there we go. Now you can see the email. Send it to that email if you would, please. I would appreciate it. I try to keep everything that's channel related, be it the Ken Stout Live Daily Show, or the Daily Davinci Show, or the Fish Tank, or the whatever, the whatevers. I like to keep everything to that, because that way I know to go check there. So if you would, please, I would appreciate it. Back to what I wanted to accomplish today. Now, I could pull a Doug right here and say, well, blah, 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 and explain blah, 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 and show this, and put something in chat or whatever, and then go, oh shoot, you guys aren't seeing what I'm saying because I haven't turned any sources back on. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to go put a camera on, but I don't want to use that camera. But for now, because I want to use that camera, I'm going to use that camera. And then I'm going to turn on Daily Davinci. Now, all of this is a display capture. If I bring over, oh, I don't know, let's go see what I've got running over here. If I drag over my Facebook account and make it full screen, then it shows my Facebook account right there. Now, again, the bad thing is because of the way this camera's set up, anything in that lower right-hand corner is going to look really hinky. Go to this. That should go quite blue. Yep. But I'm still, you can still see me there. So I've got some work to do on the camera filters, and I know that. Get that out of the way. So anything I drag over to that screen is going to be seen. All right, back to this. No problem, John. Thank you. Thank you very much. I believe I'm going to turn this camera off. And now I'm going to actually rename this one as 35 millimeter camera. Now the nice thing, I don't know how the audio sounds too, and that's something I meant to ask, because I'm not using the Blue Yeti right now. I am using the microphones from one of the two C922 Logitech cameras I have. I have no idea which one. Now if I come in here to this one and I deactivate all of these all of these that I have, then it gets like this, and then you can see the green screen in the background. Another reason why I like to use Zoom, because I can put a background to it. Now I'm going to turn this one off, and I'm going to turn this one on. Oh, maybe you can individually. Nope. That's all the filters are off. So if I turn this filter on, well, interesting. That's interesting that the camera shows up, and when I go to look at it, let me put that there. Go to properties. That's the right camera. Close the properties. Well, it's still filtered out, which is cool. So now I'm going to go to filters. It turned off. It actually turned off. I heard it turn off. So I'm going to turn it back. I'm going to reach up here and turn it back on. If it truly did turn off. Did it truly turn off? No, it did not. It clicked as if it turned off, but it didn't turn off. So that's good. That answers that question. So I'm going to turn that one off. Turn this one back on, and as you can see, the green screen's there. I'm going to just leave it like that for right now and continue to march with what I kind of want to do. So pop-out chat is not active. Audio capture device is not working because it's not on. If I go to this, it's not connected. So again, there's a couple ways I can do this. I can highlight it, hit the trash can down here. I can right click, delete. It's in here somewhere. I just don't know where. Used to be in here. Remove. They call it remove. Yes, I want to remove it. Zoom homies. If I had Zoom running right now, which I can't because all three of my cameras are being used in OBS, then I would be able to put the Zoom homies in the middle of the screen. VLC, I need that source. I can't explain that right now because I'd probably get in trouble. Browser 2 is, I don't know. It's going to pick up a browser, which in this case is Google Chrome, and hopefully that little 1 or 2 second clip does not catch me any kind of a notification for whatever. I no longer play a game, so I can leave that. Here's another browser. Clearly I don't want to click on it because I don't have anything bad or anything like that, but I also do not want to catch any kind of a violation. Now I do want to I want to move this up to here. One thing I wish that could be done in OBS, and it may be able to be done, I don't know, maybe Doug knows, maybe Sam knows. I'm going to turn off this camera, and then I'm going to go down here to this camera, and because the filters are still running, you see all the fuzziness and haziness and all that. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go to filters, and I'm going to take out the chroma key, and I'm going to close it, and now I'm more where I need to be. Now, earlier today when I was messing around with this, yeah, that one's not working either. That's moving me and not the box like it should. That's weird. And if I hit control, then it does that, which that's okay there. This is straight in front of me now. I got to remember it's the camera straight in front of me. So I want to grab this camera right here, and I want to bring it all the way up to the top as well. I'll put it first, and then I'm going to put my one to the left second, and then the 35 millimeter or the DLSR, DSLR, whatever it is, I want it to be third. Now there ought to be a way that I can make this, I can group this. I should be able to group this. I honestly do not know. Hello, great guy. I was cutting the grass and running a detacher on his backyard. Bah. Greg, stop talking, Klingon. All right. Good to see you, though, Greg. And you do know I'm poking fun at you. So I'm going to highlight this one. I'm going to press Control and highlight that one. I'm going to press Control and highlight that one. Now I'm going to right-click and see if, oh, look, group selected items. Honestly, I have no clue. I've never tried this. I've never practiced it. It's just a common sense. Control, click, highlight. Well, that's good. That worked. So I'm going to group selected items. Group number. Oh, look at that. You can group them. And then I'm going to name these cameras. Hit enter. Okay. Well, I don't think that got, well, yeah, I guess it does. It's open right here. If I close this, oh, look at that. I like it. Chevy Chase. Can't remember the name of the movie, but he gets a toxic spill and he gets all kind of weird superpowers, and he tries a white powder and gets up and he's got it's probably powdered sugar, and he goes, I like it. Anyway, so that's cool. So this is good. And then when I want to switch cameras, I just have to open this up and then go here and turn that one on, and they work. And then if I really want to confuse it, okay, so this one is not on. If I turn that one on, then you're going to get a camera in front of a camera in front of a camera, and that's due to the way they're positioned. Everything is just like in Davinci. It's based on layers. The first layer is the 43-inch camera. It's the little camera. The second layer is the 22-inch monitor. That's over there, and that's the one behind it. And then the 35 millimeter right here, shoot, I don't have it zoomed out enough, but anyway, it's right there, is showing this screen. So I have learned something today. Maybe people have learned something today too. I don't know. I'll tell you what this really started out to be, in all honesty, and Greg's going to love this. It started out to be a daily Davinci debacle. I was actually going to experiment with a couple things in here. I like this picture of my grandson. I like the reaction of my granddaughter. I like the reaction of my wife and my son. And I want to do some things with it. But I don't want it to be that today. I may do that later. So I want to come back over to, well, actually, I just want to minimize this because I am going to work with this. And close that. And then in preparation of that, I was working with changing some names of the cameras and organizing, and I thought, again, I'll just do a debacle on it. I'll do a clickbait, if you will, debacle. So now Mrs. K is going to be bringing my brunch in shortly. When I asked her how much time I had, she told me, and I kind of thought I could get this in. Now everyone's talking about their weather, so I'm going to go look at the weather for this wonderful, now I have a, oh, that's my phone that made that noise. We are currently 83 degrees and sunny, a predicted high of 86, 89 tomorrow, 87 on Friday. Golf is planned for Friday, as I mentioned last night. 93 Sunday, 94 on Monday, back down to 87, 88, 90, 93 next week. I believe summer is finally going to arrive in the wonderful state of Indiana. So this has been fun. This has been really enjoyable. I want to thank Brian Lightfoot for the adapter so that I can plug in the 35 millimeter camera. I do have it plugged in right now. I am using it right now. And if I switch to this camera, and if I move the camera just a little bit, I guess I got to move it back this way, then maybe right here. Here we go. So you can see this cable right here is to go to the computer, which is actually the cable for the Yeti. It works for both the Yeti and the camera. So I've got to get another cable. I need to send Doug an email and ask him where did he buy that super long cable, so that if I want to put it way behind me I can, or way off to the side I can. And this cable right here, that just fell on the floor, is the power adapter. So that's fine. I've got plenty of room with it. So Greg says it hasn't been, no, it hasn't been fun. Sure, it's been fun. I've learned something. I've actually taught myself something. Maybe, just maybe, someone will pick up on it and say, wow, I never knew that that could happen. Of course, I'll probably get a few comments that say, well, I've known that since day one. I'm going to continue to clean up all of this. I mean, you know, I clearly have way too much in there. Now, I'm wondering if I click the new camera source, new camera scene, then it goes over to OBS and it says it can't find it because it's being used elsewhere maybe. What if I turned on the virtual camera, and if I go to the virtual camera scene, no, that's not going to work on either. I think that only works. Well, I don't know why it's not working. It should be working because it's on behind me. Interesting. Main zoom is not going to work because there's no clocks, and that's going to run one time. No, I think that actually is going to run over and over and over again because I do have it in a loop right now. And then the introduction, with the assistance of OneFish26, Sam, we redid the Zoom Homies things. And I didn't like the fact that I could only get 4 at a time on the screen. So he suggested I go into a video editing program, and in my case is Davinci. And we came up with this, and we literally did this. We went to a breakout room, and Sam and I literally did this. It's all 4 rows of the Zoom Homies in 2 columns set to a transition, and they're pretty close to the same thing. I took out the lines, and I'm really happy with it. Now, there are no clocks right now, so I could have this version, or I could come up here and start the clocks, and I'm going to do that off screen. There's the clock number 1. Now if I were to, that's good for right now. I don't need the other clock running. Well, I'll go ahead and start it because it's going to start right next to that. Then I can minimize this. If I go back over to OBS and move this out of the way, the clock should be appearing on OBS, and there they are. Because they're set up in this scene as a source to be there. Greg Guy says, hurry up, I'm getting hungry. You know, Greg, so am I. And I will do this. I will do this. If you would like to see a part 2 of this, let me know. And I will do a part 2 later on this evening. If you would like to see it as an upload or as a video or as a short, let me know, and I will put it in as a upload and a short. Now I'm curious as to why the clocks went away when I drug them off the screen, because they should not have. They should still be there. That's really interesting to me. None of the above. Well, that'd be a 0. So in my introduction, I know I have the clocks. At least I thought I had the clocks. All right, that's the right clock on the wrong side, or the wrong clock on the right side, however you want to look at it. So here again, I need to rename this by pressing F2, and this is going to be clocks East Coast. Put that in there. Pressing enter. Go look at this. This should be, all right. So now I know it works because now it's duplicated. So now I'm going to make it the right side, and now it works. And I'm also going to hit F2 and name these clocks West Coast. All right, we have a 1 in chat for yes to part 2. So I will consider that. This is an introduction. This is the screen you see every night. It's just in here. I do have it on the Stream Deck because I get confused like Doug does and starts the show 5 minutes early. So thank you, everyone. Now, this is a short list. The nice thing about me putting pop-out chat, well, it's not pop-out chat. It's actually chat itself. This is a thing. If I close this, it's going to tell me I've closed the dock. If I come up here to docs, come down here to chat, it's going to pop back in. And because I'm still live, it's still there. So this is good because now I don't have to look at I literally do not have to look at my monitor. Okay. And because the virtual camera is not running, I can turn it off. What I can do is put this in studio mode. And then I have everything I need. Well, no, I don't because it's in OBS. I thought I did. But I bet you Sam can figure out a way that I can put this in studio mode and have chat right here and the stream right here. When I transition this, I'm gonna put this to Daily Davinci. Here we go. Good deal here. Daily Davinci's right here. Nobody's seeing Daily Davinci. Everybody's seeing the introduction. When I hit transition, it's going to transition back to Daily Davinci and put this over here. So now I can maybe try to figure out a way to bring chat into here. I'll figure it out. I'm literally eliminating me having to watch my own stream. Now, if I minimize my stream, what happens to chat? I'm gonna take it out of studio mode. I'm curious as to what's gonna happen to my chat right here when I minimize my monitor. And it appears that nothing happens. Could somebody put a fresh chat message into chat for me, please, so I can see if it's going to show. You can put anything you want. And unlike Doug, you can put anything you want. I'll understand why you can put anything you want. Well, I'm guessing, yeah, there we go. Darren says hi, Ken. Thank you, Darren. So I don't need it. I do. No, Greg says, I'm going to end the stream. I want to give a shout out to Tony Wallow. Good to see Tony. I am so glad to see Tony Wallow. Am I on that camera? Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. Really? I'm on the wrong camera? I am on the wrong camera. My goodness, now I'm on the right camera. I want to thank Tony. It's so good to see Tony. He has a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I hope things go well for him. I'm looking forward to him being back on the Zoom homies after the stream. I want to thank Alice. Thank you, Alice. This was kind of impromptu. It wasn't planned, but I wanted to. As I was sitting here preparing, as I stated earlier, I just wanted to do it. I'm not going to go into overtime. I want to thank Tony for the $1.99 contribution to the channel. I appreciate that so much more than words can say. Rick Lakes, thank you. Look forward to another video of you out on the bike. Those are cool. John Williams, I look forward to seeing my doppelganger. I promise you I will use it regardless of whether it's a good doppelganger or not. Greg, thank you. I know we did a little Davinci, and I know you're not into Davinci. And yes, we are all so happy Tony is back. So I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to eat my brunch. Whoa, look at that. I'm bouncing into the red. Wow. Well, maybe this is a lot like Doug's. Are you hearing a buzzing sound? Are you hearing a clicking? Do you hear my mouse click when I click my mouse? I'm going to click my mouse. I'll just click it over here. There's mouse click 1, mouse click 2, mouse click 3, mouse click 4, mouse click 5, mouse click 6. Now we got no, yes. So mouse click 1, 2, 3, and goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I will have a part 2 later on today. No, and no. Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you in a little bit. Have a great afternoon.